The country of interstice. I should have looked up how that's pronounced. But interstice. There's a steep mountain range called the Magic Mountain. There are three layers in this mountain range. The first layer, the mountain range that consists of steep mountains and was covered with snow throughout 1 year. The monsters inhabiting there are much stronger than the ground. The monsters of the danger degree of C class are the mainstream, and the wind drakes, ice drakes, etc. inhabit there too. It's this first layer that both the humans and demons call as Magic Mountain. The second layer. There's nothing in the point beyond the mountain range after crossing the first layer. Only the two high mountain blocks and the path of the intense cold wind corners the people who reach there. It's the world of only snow and rock that can be seen. If one were to reach the second layer after passing through the first layer, unluckily the fury called nature attacks. The third layer, the end point of the Magic Mountain. The dragon is enshrined there as the last guardian. The Magic Mountain is the mountain range that's spread out in a semicircle shape. Seeing it from the sky, the appearance of the mountains look like a beautiful three waves can be seen. If the reincarnated people were able to see it, they might be able to predict that it's a mountain range created by the collision of the continents caused by the crustal movement by plate tectonics. However, the prediction is only half correct and can be said that the half is a wrong. The Magic Mountain is certainly formed by collision of the continents, but the colliding details are not due to the movement of the plate. A certain person moved to a continent with an intention, and as a result of connecting it with a different continent, the Magic Mountain was created. Nobody knows the fact other than the person in question. And if the Magic Mountain is created by the collision of the continents, a vast terrain should be spread out beyond it. Nobody among both the humans and the demons know that fact either. Only the people living in the land know it. The huge solitary island where the half is surrounded by the Magic Mountain and the other half is surrounded by the sea. The wilderness is approximately 1,057,000 or 570,000 square kilometers. The wideness is approximately the same as Mongolia on the Earth. Although it's a little small to be called as a continent, it can be said that it's enough to be called as a country. The country doesn't have a name. If it must be said, it's an independent country that should be called as the country of the interstice, that belong to neither the humans nor the demons. Neither the humans nor the demons know that the country of the interstice exists, because they can't cross the Magic Mountain and the sea. Similarly, the dwellers of the country and the interstice don't go out of this country either, but they know about the human territory and the demon's territory. Complete self-sufficiency is demanded from the dwellers of the country of the interstice on the nature of the geography. Therefore, the main industry becomes agriculture and stock raising. As for the other industries, the ratio assigned to daily necessities is many, and the kind of luxury goods is very little. And above all, the notable feature is that there are few craftsmen who specialize in making weapons. In this world, where the existence that should be called the enemy of all living things called the monsters dominant, the weapons and armors are necessities. But that doesn't apply in the country of the interstice. This is because there's no monster in the country of the interstice. The mechanism that generates monsters is no different than with the normal animals. It doesn't generate suddenly from an empty place. A place called the dungeon occasionally generates and begins to spring out from there, but if such an exception is excluded, most of it breed by the proper method as a living thing. Then if the monster that should increase originally don't exist, it can't increase. In addition, it's fine if you don't invade it from the outside. The country of the interstice built up from such an environment where the monsters didn't exist. The animals inhabiting in the country of the interstice are all with docile temper that can't be called as monsters. Although there's carnivorous animal, it's not a monster too. It's no a monster too, I don't know. The existence is clearly different from the animal and the monster. Because there's no monster, there's little need to fight, therefore the weapons and armors are not made and nobody fights. It was a figure of the country that seemed to embody the miracle in this world. The miracle doesn't remain with that alone. The people living in the country of the interstice can also be called as a miracle. If one were to appraise the dwellers of this country one after another, an astonishing fact will be known. The fact that the humans and the demons who continue to fight in the history live together in this country. Rather than that, those two races marry, and there's even the child of the half. Rather, there are fewer pure humans and demons, and most of the dwellers of the country inherit the blood of both human and demon. The country where all the races that continued fighting, taking each other's hand, and lived peacefully. The country of the interstice was such a miraculous country. There was the ideal country that the goddess wished so, and the man who tried to grant the wish built up there. However, an unprecedented crisis approached the country. One Oni whose everything was deprived by the humans and driven into the Magic Mountain, now by the humans again, has arrived at the third layer of the Magic Mountain, crossing the second layer of intense cold that hardly has any food. The Oni who fell into the life-or-death extreme situation ignores the warning of the Ice Dragon who's the guardian. In the first place, it didn't hear the warning at all. The Oni who stood in the abyss of death didn't have its sense anymore, and even the dragon in front was merely seen as a food. Ruled by the Wrath, only kills and eats, it only turned into an Oni. The ice dragon that lost half of its body barely escaped from the mad Oni, in order to tell the dreadful existence it's approaching the country of the interstice to its master. And the Oni crossed the mountain range. Oh shit! So, so in his most recent fight, he went crazy, uh, and activated Wrath, and now he's just climbing the mountain, fought a dragon, and now he's going to fight this peaceful country that nobody knew existed. Awesome.